Whoop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. I guess it's time to start an LP today. Wonder what today is. Okay, I won't redo that. So, yeah, let's get back to the game. So, we just met off. I should do the intro. That'd be a good idea. I should start with the intro. Hello, loyal fans, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we explored Tatooine a little bit more. In this episode, we're going to talk to Bastlia. I wish I could have a different video for Valentine's Day than this, different scene that I'm thinking of, but we are light years away from that for this, so this is best we can get.
Yeah? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastlia.
Ooh.
That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
My mother is long dead, if you must know, because the Sith killed him. Okay, maybe it wasn't the Sith, but still, I hate the Sith!
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Why don't you get the hologram yourself, Miss Helena?
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
Don't you want to find your father's remains, Bastila?
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man.
What about your mother's sickness? I thought this was the reason why we're here.
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mum?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Interesting, and there was Mission listening to the whole thing, not butting in. What a surprise! Oh, you can talk to the bartender and buy stuff. I'll do that later. Ugh, I am so exhausted from life. Oh, life is horrible. No. I'm just maybe physically exhausted right now. I'm so tired. But enough about my problems. Let's talk about the computer's problems, because they are much more important than me.
How can I help?
Do you want to talk?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
You don't think we should look for a holocron? Seems quite important.
We have more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her.
Why do you think she wants it so badly?
Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah, it must be kind of hard on yourself, but... would you keep it yourself if we found it?
I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she didn't get it. I don't like that part of me. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I wish it... I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going.
Sorry I bothered you. So, let's see, what can we do next? Ooh, droid! There's a droid around here that we can buy. I hope it's good as like that first droid we bought, but not as crummy as the second droid we bought. That droid doesn't do anything. Where can I find that droid?
Hey, Bastlia. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Put it
Come
up!
on. There's gotta be times when you thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little...
Mission went boom!
Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
I hope that makes up for Valentine's Day. That is my favorite cutscene. Mission fell down and went boom. Okay, Mission, you must be hurting from that, so we're gonna switch you out. Oh, that's why I brought Mission with. Speaking of which, we still got a couple more cutscenes that we need to go through. I'll try to get those done. Ouch! That must have hurt him. Sorry about hitting the microphone. Oh, T3 needs a level up. Unless you want to hear him going... whatever. Okay. Let's see, where can we find droids at? This looks like a good spot.
Sure.
Let me see droids. Ah, there's the interpreter droid. Hello, interpreter droid. Oh, great. How about you? You go beep beep boop bop too? You're as useless as this droid. Fine, how about this stupid looking droid?
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Science Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
You mentioned battle and protocol. Outline your functions, droid.
Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
That actually sounds pretty good. Why are you keeping this information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. I am not dangerous, you bucket of bolts. That is, a restraining bolt is standard procedure to prevent a droid from wandering off, as you should know. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
Access to your memory is restricted? Really? Who would think of that?
Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive.
How do I know you'll be loyal once I took off the restraining bolt?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you assume that? Said the Jedi, but standing next to another Jedi and a droid who has weapons.
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Oh, I like this guy. Alright, I'll see about purchasing you.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Yuka Laka know you talked to him about like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
You're not the most convincing droid, but you're pretty funny. Let's talk to the dude. My money is my own business. Come on. Ooh. Let me ask about the HK unit. You don't seem to know much about it.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it.
True. Why haven't you wiped the memory then if you're complaining about it so much? I'm interested. Let's talk price. I'm thinking $50. $5,000! Could I convince you to lower the price a little bit, like $4,050 less? I'll glad to pay whatever's left. That was quick. Desperate to sell. I can't pay. Don't know much about it. Let's talk. No, whatever. Let's talk price. You will lower your price. I deserve it.
The Force is not a thing to be trifled with. Continue to use it frivolously and you may find...
Shut up, Killjoy!
...on a dark path.
Yeah, Killjoy. 2,500 credits then. I'll pay it. I'm looking for exotic, something called a star map. I'm gonna keep this quiet, but this guy doesn't know anybody. Nah, never mind. I'm gonna keep it quiet. And I'm legging out like crazy, so I'll be right back, maybe. Okay, took care of that. So let's go ahead and talk to my new droid.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Wait, kill something for me?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
You can travel with me.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Oh, HK. HK has joined our party. You know what? HK is my second, or maybe even my favorite. It really depends. Party member. Why? Because he's crazy insane about killing everything. It is so funny when he does it. You can't help but laugh at it. And he's pretty good in a fight. And if you have enough repair skills, which I do not have, you find some interesting things about what's happened in his past. But HK is awesome. Let's say goodbye, actually. No new droids.
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb. I have always been hostile. Now that I need no longer rely on you and your primitive maintenance skills, I do not need to hide it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I gotta go. No, wait. Not interested. Goodbye.
Query. Can I kill him now, Master? I would like ever so much to crush his neck. Just a little. It is a long-time fantasy of mine.
Maybe later. This guy's creeping me out.
You hear that, meatbag? I will be back.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love HK. Yes, Bastlia is still probably my favorite, but for character-wise. But for HK all around, oh, he's a joy. So, let me see. I guess we'll go ahead and test out a new HK unit and see what's happening, huh? Can anybody ever understand a Jawa? Well, let's go ahead and see. Jawa. Is it? Or Liza, I don't know. Could you be clear? I'm having trouble understanding you.
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help.
Why wouldn't I understand your language? I know tons of languages. Oh, there we go. I am fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. What do you want, Jawa? HK, help me out here. What is he saying?
Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People Master. Doubtless he wishes assistance.
What about the other 2%? Everyone ignores the other 2%, even when they're trying to be big babies about it.
Translation. 2% probability that the miniature organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part.
HK. So is it? What do you want me to do? Trade. Tell me where your people are. Maybe I'll help. Or maybe not. I do expect payment if I do this, Jawa. Yeah. So I think that ends it there. You have a pretty good idea what HK is like. So next time in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, we shall go beyond the wall into the great beyond.